Hello friends, welcome to the session on communication electronics. In this session, we'll be discussing about selectivity and fidelity of radio receiver. In this session, we will see what we mean by selectivity, how to measure selectivity, and what is the selectivity curve of radio receiver. Also, we will discuss what we mean by fidelity of radio receiver and what is the fidelity curve of the radio receiver. Friends, as you know, that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, Learn with Prakash Kanal, and do subscribe to the channel to see many more videos on the subjects of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with what we mean by the selectivity of the radio receiver. We know that a radio receiver is used to select an input signal, and whenever the signal is being selected, then it is expected that it should produce a proper output for the selected signal. The ability of the radio receiver to reject the unwanted signal is being called as the selectivity of the radio receiver. Many times we find that when we select one station for hearing, then we may need to hear many another sound signals. And these sound signals are the unwanted sound signals and they are being called as the noise. So every radio receiver must reject all the noise and it should process only the signal that is being selected by the user. This ability of the radio receiver is being called as the selectivity of the radio receiver. Selectivity of the radio receiver is defined in terms of the attenuation to the unwanted signal. That is, whenever there are certain unwanted signals at the input of the radio receiver, then the radio receiver must stop the processing of such unwanted signals. So this attenuation is measured and that is being called as the selectivity of the radio receiver. Selectivity normally we can measure in terms of the voltage that is being applied to the receiver input so that it will produce a standard output power. Selectivity of the radio receiver will depend upon SNR, that is signal to noise ratio. So signal to noise ratio of the radio receiver will decide the selectivity of the radio receiver. Radio receiver consists of radio frequency stages and intermediate frequency stages. The design of the radio frequency stage and intermediate frequency stage will decide the selectivity of the radio receiver. Selectivity ultimately determines the adjacent channel rejection of the radio receiver. So whenever we have been tuned our radio receiver to one particular station, then there are certain adjacent channels, and these adjacent channels must be rejected by the radio receiver. So such rejection of the adjacent channels by the radio receiver is determined by the selectivity of the radio receiver. Now, whenever we want to measure the selectivity, then the selectivity can be measured by practically by making some arrangement. Selectivity is always expressed in terms of the microvolts or can be expressed in decibels. Now, we can have the setup for the measurement of the selectivity. And for the measurement of the selectivity, what we are going to do is that we will use a 30% modulation by 400 sine wave, 400 hertz sine wave, and we will apply it to the input such that we should get a standard output of 50 milliwatt. So such setup can be used for the measurement of the selectivity. Observe that the sensitivity and selectivity measurement setup is almost same. So here we have a AM signal generator where the modulating signal frequency is 400 hertz, where the percentage of modulation is 30%. This signal is being applied through a dummy antenna to the radio receiver, and at the output we connect the power meter to measure the output power. The frequency can be varied, and we will see how much input is to be applied in order to get a standard output power. This is the selectivity curve. So whenever we measure the attenuation of the radio receiver, then the attenuation is being plotted on the y-axis and the frequency in kilohertz is being plotted on the x-axis. And observe that the selectivity curve is similar to that of a V shape. That is the radio receiver to which the radio receiver which is tuned to the particular frequency. For that particular frequency, the attenuation will be zero, and For all other frequencies on the both the sides, you will find that the attenuation will go on increasing. So the lowest point on the curve will refer to the signal to which the receiver is tuned, and the highest point on the curve will refer to the higher attenuation. Selectivity of the radio receiver can be improved, and whenever we want to improve it, then it is necessary that we should have a proper design for the radio frequency stage and the intermediate frequency stage of the radio receiver. Now we will consider another characteristics or another parameter that is being associated with the radio receiver, and this parameter is being called as the fidelity of the radio receiver. Ability of the radio receiver to accurately reproduce the signal in output as it appears in the input is being called as the fidelity of the radio receiver. So every radio receiver must amplify equally all the frequencies that are present in the input signal, and this ability is being called as the fidelity of the radio receiver. Fidelity of the radio receiver is measured or is defined in terms of the output voltage of the receiver against a wide range of the input signal frequency. So when we go on changing the frequency, the output will go on changing. So it is being measured, the output voltage is being measured against the wide range in the input signal frequency. A hi-fi receiver must produce the reproduce the faithfully all the frequency components that are present in the modulating signal or baseband signal. So the information signal is normally a complex signal consisting of many more frequencies. All such frequencies must be faithfully amplified by the radio receiver, and equal output should be produced for a wide range of frequencies by the radio receiver. Such receiver is being called as a hi-fi receiver. Fidelity of the radio receiver will depend upon the bandwidth of the radio receiver. If the bandwidth is more, the fidelity will be more. If the bandwidth is less, then the fidelity of the radio receiver will be less. Fidelity of the radio receiver will be decided by the audio frequency stages of the radio receiver. So every radio receiver will have certain 2 to 3 stages of the audio frequency amplifier. This audio frequency amplifier will decide the fidelity of the radio receiver. AM receiver, you will find that we will have a limited bandwidth. The receiver bandwidth is about 10 kilohertz, and therefore the fidelity of such receiver is much less than that of FM receiver. Now we can plot a fidelity curve as shown in this diagram. On the x-axis we will take the frequency, on the y-axis we will take the receiver output in decibels. Observe that for the lower frequencies the output of the receiver is less, for mid frequencies the output is almost constant, and for high frequencies again the output reduces. It means that for the mid frequencies the attenuation is much lower, while for low frequencies and for high frequencies the attenuation to the signal is much higher. So you can say that the fidelity curve is just nothing but a frequency response curve of the radio receiver. So receiver output is being plotted against the input signal frequency. For low and for high frequencies, the receiver output is very low. For mid frequencies, the output is almost constant. So we can say that the much flatter this portion is, then there is a good fidelity of the radio receiver. Also, we can remember here that the selectivity and fidelity are exactly opposite to that of each other. A good selectivity requires the receiver pass a narrow frequency band, while the good fidelity requires the receiver pass a broader band to amplify the outermost frequencies of the sideband. Therefore, whenever we design a receiver, then always we need to make a compromise between the good selectivity and good fidelity. Thank you friends for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood what we mean by the selectivity and fidelity of the radio receiver. Thank you all for viewing the